It was almost twilight when the phone buzzed, cutting through the calm of my evening routine. I was stacking linens in the laundry room, the gentle hum of the dryer muffling the first few rings. When I saw Ethan's name flash on the screen, a faint smile crossed my face despite everything. "Hey, love," I answered, wedging the phone against my shoulder. "Hey, Mom," he replied, sounding slightly preoccupied. "Just checking in. Leela and I are grabbing dinner tonight, some cafe her friend suggested. Paris is pricey, but she's thrilled." I asked about the weather, if the hotel was comfortable, whether he'd walked along the Seine yet. His responses were brief, courteous. I didn't mind. I was accustomed to being the one who asked questions. After a few minutes, he said, "Anyway, we'll catch up more later, okay? Love you. Love you too," I replied, waiting for the call to end. But it didn't. There was a pause, then the rustle of Ethan shifting the phone, perhaps slipping it into his jacket. Leela's voice came through next, soft but near. "Who was that, your mom?" he mumbled. "Something about the house again, probably." "Likely that drip in the spare bathroom," Leela said with a chuckle. My breath caught, my hand frozen on the dryer's edge. "Well, it's technically hers." "For now," Ethan said, his tone edged. "She's a weight on us. We'll convince her to sign over the deed eventually. Guilt always works." My face went cold. I couldn't move, couldn't disconnect. I stood there surrounded by folded clothes and soft light, suddenly chilled. They were scheming. And the house, my house, was only the beginning. Grief, when it first arrives, seeps like water. Silent, pervasive, relentless. I was 42 when it swallowed the life I knew. Daniel's death came out of nowhere, leaving a weary wife, a teenage son, and just enough insurance to keep us from complete collapse. I remember signing the final documents for the payout. The agent kept calling it a settlement, as if money could replace Daniel's steady kindness or the way he always made Ethan smile, even on tough days. I didn't touch the funds for a year. Then, gradually, I began rebuilding around the void he left. The house came first, a simple, cream-colored craftsman on the outskirts of Asheville, with sturdy bones and a warm spirit. I chose it because Daniel would have loved the veranda and the maple in the yard. I made it ours with careful touches, fresh paint, weekend gardening, thrift store finds. I rebuilt myself, too. It was the only thing I'd ever owned that felt truly mine. It was meant to be Ethan's safe haven. I didn't date. I worked. I sacrificed. 2 jobs most years, 3 in the summers when Ethan needed camp, textbooks, or braces. I told myself that was enough, that mothering fiercely was its own kind of devotion. When he got into NYU, I wept in the diner parking lot where I waitressed. The scholarship wasn't enough, but we made it work. I sold my mother's necklace, dipped into the insurance, took extra shifts. I told him to focus on his studies. He swore he'd never forget what I'd done. After graduation, he and Leela moved back to North Carolina temporarily. Layoffs, they said, rent was steep. I didn't hesitate. I gave them the upstairs, repainted the guest room myself. Leela liked the soft taupe. I stayed silent when she swapped out the drape.
I can't tell you the full story in this short video. If you want to see the full story, the link is given below. Click on it to watch the full story.